Hey there, just wanted to give a quick overview on how we're going about weaning our calves. So we actually did not intend to have our calves nursed. We actually wanted them to be bottle fed. But Psalm, when he was born, he had a selenium deficiency. So we quickly realized that he wasn't nursing or eating the way he should after his first day. Thankfully, we got him to a vet right away where we were able to get a tube feed and some selenium put inside of him, just through an injection. But the tube feeding took about 10 days, and that was pretty challenging. So by the time he started getting enough strength and was nursing on his mom, we said, all right, that's great, just do your thing. So we had originally wanted to bottle feed because there's just two reasons really, and this really goes across the board for all dairy farmers, and that is you get to control the milk. So right now our two calves are about 4 months old, and they are drinking close to 5 gallons of milk a day. So that means there's no more milk for us. The other reason is for the health of the cow, actually, and specifically is the health of the udder and the teats. So when calves are born, they're actually born with teeth. Those teeth can damage the teats, and also if you ever watched a calf nurse, they're really very rough. They're pulling a lot on the teat, but then also they're headbutting the udder to have the milk drop. So it actually can damage the moms, and that's one of the reasons I think why God made them with 4 quarters. So each quarter is separate individual, so if one gets damaged, the other 3 are working, which is an amazing design, but at the same time, not ideal if you're losing out on that milk from the quarter while it's healing. So there's a few ways to actually wean the cows. So again, we were going to bottle feed, and that's obviously pretty easy. You just stop bottle feeding. But since we did not do that, and we ended up going the nursing route, what I've been doing is, you can see on the other side of this fence, and you'll see some over there. Jubilee's actually on the other side of Gyra here. You can't really see her though, or see him though. What we've been doing is we've been separating them at night. So after dinner time and after they have their evening hay, they'll come on to the other side. They've actually already slept back here quite a bit when they were younger, so it's an area that they're comfortable with. They enjoy it, they know it. It's not unfamiliar. So they'll sleep over here. I'll make sure that they're all clocked up and they can't, A, can't get out of the yard, but then B, can't get in to see the moms to nurse in the middle of the night. And what happens then is we'll come out in the morning and we'll nurse them. Come out in the morning and we'll milk them with our milk machine. So I guess the milk machine nurses them, and we get all the milk out of them. So we're getting close to 5 gallons now, as opposed to before we started this process, we were getting like a half a gallon, sometimes less. So that's how much milk they were drinking overnight. And we will go ahead and we will, Gyra is a sweet girl. We'll go ahead and we'll milk them out, and then we give them a couple hours to recover. So those couple hours I think is pretty important because it allows the cows to build up their milk again, and then we'll allow them to go back and forth between the backyard and our pasture area as they've been having to, they've been able to do since they were born. And so that gives the moms some time to not only give us milk, but then to recover. And then it also gives the boys the ability to have some milk in the afternoon and evening. Now our ultimate goal here is to have them go to another farm. And so really how you wean is going to be dependent upon the situation that you're in. So they are going to go to another farm. So my ultimate goal here will be to either completely shut off the milk from them, which I think will be kind of challenging, or just finish the weaning process by having them leave altogether. But at least this way we're getting the opportunity to see how they're going to do with much less milk. And that's important. You want to watch the health of them. You want to watch if there's any weight loss. You want to make sure they're getting access to protein and hay and forage just as they would, or just as they were before, but they're going to obviously need to increase in what they're eating. So you really want to be able to see that process. That's why I like what we're doing here with the separation at night, getting the milk, and then reuniting them after that. There are, of course, other ways to do it. One of which is if we had 2 big pasture areas, we could just leave them on the other side of the fence. Then they're separated, but at least they're still near each other, so there's not that physical stress that's caused on them. And then, of course, there's just remove them completely. So I'm hoping that the way that we're doing this will cause the least amount of stress for everyone involved. Obviously there's still going to be some, it's been a bit stressful, but then also monitoring the health of not only our girls here, but then also of the little boys, making sure that they're getting the nutrients that they need. All right, thank you. Can I get a kiss? Can I get a kiss?